Hi there. Today I came a little bit later in the park, so I'm short with the time. I'm aiming to do upper body workout routine, 10 reps of pull-ups and dips, then 1.5 minutes of rest time. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to 10 sets, but I'm aiming for 10 sets. Let's go. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, I will do something that I haven't done in many years. I will open up and share a story from my personal life experience about how I went from addiction to passion in a very short time. I will share my philosophy that has helped me to make positive changes while going through tough times in my life. I will also share my message with you to bring a little bit more awareness about the power of your actions. So if you're going through similar struggles in your life, then you can find your own way and we can rise up together. And also make sure to stay until the end of the video, because I will explain why I always say don't forget to do your reps in all of my videos. Because for me, it is what those reps are representing. So without further ado, let's get right to it. In year 2023, I was full of addictions. I was battling with tough depression for many years, and stress and anxiety was to be expected on a daily basis. It was really paralyzing. I had many negative thoughts and emotions and many self-destructive habits. I was encountering many stressful and unpleasant situations on a daily basis, and I have had multiple burnouts in just a few years. When my energy levels dropped down so low that the simplest daily tasks seemed impossible to complete. And because of that, I kind of gave up from myself and I was on the edge. I have reached a rock bottom point in my life. I knew that this can't keep going and I needed to change something, so that's exactly what I did. At the beginning of year 2024, I have began my healing journey. That year was very transformative for me because I have made some of the biggest changes in my life. I have changed many bad habits and I have created a healthy lifestyle. Simply because I realized that it all comes to the point in life where I have to decide what kind of life do I want to live, and then from that moment on focus all of my energy in that direction. More importantly, I need to learn to say no to all other things that are not in alignment with my goals, because they are only slowing down my progress. And when I say things, I mean all of it. Places, events, people, activities, all of it. Because that's what it takes to make good progress and a lasting change. My first step was moving out because I was in a very dark place for a very long time, and that left a scar on me for a lifetime. Moving out of that shithole was a very necessary step that made all other changes possible. For concept, if the flower doesn't bloom, we change the environment that the flower is growing and it will naturally blossom. That's exactly what happened to me. I finally began to feel alive again and life became worth living. As I moved out, I started doing things that I once loved, and more importantly, I stopped doing things that are harmful. I started my calisthenics journey after almost a decade of not training at all. Of course, that I lost all of my strength and I was in terrible condition. My addictions were slowing down my growth and progress. So I had to rebuild my strength from the ground up, brick by brick. When I started to train my body, I also changed my diet. I switched to eating meat again after being vegetarian for over 4 years. At that time, I was still drinking alcohol, smoking weed and cigarettes. So, I had justified reasons for those bad habits. For example, life fucking sucks, the struggle is real, and those things are helping me to smooth my pain and escape this shitty reality of life, at least for a brief moment. And because of those bad habits, I was constantly crushing down during my workout sessions. I was doing 2-3 reps in my sets and my body was fighting for its life. My stamina was terrible. I was always dizzy and out of breath. I felt like throwing up. My head hurted like hell. I felt cramps in my muscles and I had that weird feeling like ants are walking on my skin. So, yeah, it was really bad. But I never thought about giving up. I took as much rest time as my body required and I always got right back to finish my workout. It only encouraged me to start doing more positive changes. Slowly but surely, I stopped drinking alcohol because it was poisoning my body and longering my recovery time. I stopped smoking cigarettes after 15 fucking years because it was reducing my oxygen delivered in blood, and you guessed it, it was reducing my workout performance in tremendous way. To be so for real, I honestly never thought that I would be able to quit smoking because of how addicted I was. I was literally lighting one cigarette after the other and I could not go without nicotine for more than few hours at a time. But I guess my will for change was stronger than my biggest addiction. So 18/11/2024 is when I stopped smoking cigarettes and I am now almost 1 year nicotine free. Of course that I plan to keep it that way because I have made my choice. And I learned to say no to all things that aren't in alignment with my goals. For example, I want to make good progress in building my body, therefore I need to do good in areas that are required for growth. And I cannot have good progress by still having bad habits. It just doesn't go together. It is not just about training or just about resting. It is about doing good in all areas that are required for growth all of the times. And that's why I say that calisthenics is not just a hobby, it is literally a way of life. And in these times, it is not about what you do, it is more about what you don't do. Because the moment that I stopped participating in harmful and destructive things, that instantly elevated me and allowed me to focus my energy in the right direction. Now, allow me to share the thing that has helped me to deal with my addictions. It's called 21 and 90 rule. Basically, it's a rule that says you can change a bad habit in 21 days and you can create a new lifestyle in 90 days. So I believed in myself when everyone was doubting me and I stayed dedicated even when it was really hard by putting in the work and stacking the days. And that's how I went from addiction to passion in a short time period. Now, the philosophy that has helped me to make positive changes even when going through negative situations in my life is that you can make a choice to live with intention instead of being a victim of your circumstances. You have the power to change your life, and that's where your focus should go. And here is just a friendly reminder for you. No big change has ever happened overnight. For anything to change, it requires a lot of time and even more so a lot of effort. Because if time passes by and you don't put in the effort to make things better, then nothing is going to change. We are the people and we change times. You are literally building tomorrow with today's actions. So if you keep putting in the work, if you keep showing the effort time and time again, then guess what is going to happen? Then change is guaranteed. Let me put it this way. It is not possible for you not to get healthier, happier, and stronger if you keep training your body and mind for long enough and hard enough. It's not possible for you not to live a healthier lifestyle if you keep changing bad habits and activities in your everyday life to be more beneficial and positive. It may seem impossible at the moment, especially if you're going through an absolute shit show of life events, but the more that you do it, the better you will get. And as you're gonna get better, it will be easier to make other positive changes in your life. I would also love to explain how I'm dealing with depression, anxiety, and stressful situations in my life. So if you're going through similar struggles in your life, you may find your own way and we can rise up together. For example, I encounter a lot of unpleasant situations on a daily basis. After quite some time of experiencing the hate and negativity from toxic society, after constantly being abused, it can really overwhelm me and it can get very painful. That's why I had to create this habit to battle all of that negativity. Because every time that I feel sad, disappointed, angry, hurt, or down in any way, I choose to go outside on fresh air and hit a workout in the park. Calisthenics parks have become my new PlayStation. This is where I choose to channel that negative energy that I keep receiving from other people and transforming into something positive, productive, and beneficial. This is where I use that hate for my personal growth instead of letting it pollute me. For the concept, the boat doesn't sink because the water is around it. Boat sinks when water gets inside of it. Therefore, I will not let what's happening around me get inside of me and weights me down. Not anymore. No matter how bad I might feel at the moment, I always feel a lot better after hitting a good workout in the park. Because my thoughts clear out, my emotions settle down, and I get to be in the present moment once again. That sweet pain of discipline in my muscles, that's what always makes my day better. And over the time I'm growing as a person, physically, mentally, and spiritually, instead of staying stagnant and full of self-destructive habits, thoughts, and emotions. I will not let them change me. I choose to live with intention instead of being victim of my circumstances. Alright, so now for the end of this video, allow me to share some of the benefits of training your body, and I will also explain why am I always saying don't forget to do your reps in all of my videos. So first things first, let's start with the benefits. Training is increasing your functional strength, your power, speed, and strength. Therefore, you are able to move through the day smoother and you can complete your daily tasks a lot easier. When you train consistently, your metabolism increases and at the same time you're able to burn a lot of calories. That can lead to burning of body fat while at the same time building of lean muscle mass. Training your body and being active can also help you to battle some of the diseases like diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, some cardiovascular or heart diseases, and so on. It can also strengthen your bone density and increase your immune system, so you'll be less likely to break your bones if you fell or caught cold when the weather changes. Strength training will help you to boost your mood immediately by releasing happiness hormones, and also, as I mentioned before, training will reduce stress and anxiety level as well as depression. I can confirm that from my personal experience. Your self-esteem will naturally grow parallel with your progress, so you will have a lot more energy, you will be in better mood, you will have more confidence and self-love. You will learn to trust yourself. So after you take all of these things in consideration, it is safe to say that training your body promotes a healthier lifestyle and a better quality of life. Therefore, every time that you decide to train your body, you're investing in better health, both physical and mental health, and a better quality of life. Not just for today, but for your future self as well. That's what those reps are representing to me. With every rep that you do, you're investing in your health and longevity. And in my opinion, that's the best investment that you can make. Because a person can have many problems in life, but the moment that the person loses his health, then he has only one problem. Health is real wealth in life. It was never just about doing your reps. If you stay disciplined, then the pain that you feel today will be the strength that you have tomorrow. That's why I always say that don't forget to do your reps in all of my videos. So I would like to end the video on that note. If you came this far, then I would like to thank you from the top of my heart for being an important part of this journey. I hope that you have learned something new, meaningful, and beneficial, and let this video serve you as a friendly reminder and as an inspiration to do your reps. It is never too late to make a positive change, so whatever you choose to do in life, choose to stay healthy, happy, and strong. Hold on and stay strong. See you in the next one. Peace.